Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energies to you guys, beautiful viewers. Thank you so much. If you're new to this channel, I welcome you. And if you are returning, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you found your way back to me again. You guys are all very safe and welcome in this space with me today. So this reading, I was intending on doing this reading at the top of 2024 in January, but sorry, I'm knocking things over. It didn't work out for whatever reason. It didn't work out. So now we're looking at the soul connection, okay? Call it twin flame, call it a soul connection, whatever label you want to put on it. Although this is geared at the twin flame frequency, I am being called to pull two different frequencies for the twin flame journey. So that's what this reading will be about. And we will kind of take a look at where it's at and what sort of message spirit is wanting to deliver here for the twins. All right, so we're looking at two options to choose from. Option number one is the Secret Tarot. Hopefully I'm doing this right. And option number two is the Sun Moon Tarot. Okay, so take a look at these two tarot decks, and whichever one is calling to you will most likely be the energy that your connection's sitting in. Now, my channel's a little odd because sometimes energies are intermingled, so you can certainly have a divine masculine in one pile and a divine feminine sitting in another. If that's the case, then that's how it comes out. I cannot control how I see the energies. I will do my very best to explain to you what I see and feel. All right, so it's up to you to use your intuition. Like I said, one will be the Secret Tarot and two will be the Sun Moon Tarot. So option one, if you chose the Secret Tarot, let's get into your reading, shall we? We're going to pull your oracle cards for the connection between you and your twin, and then we will pull some tarot a little later. Okay, so let's ask Spirit for a clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile one, the Secret Tarot group, and the connection between them, their twin, person they came here about, their soul person. What is going on in this connection, Spirit? All right, so we got two cards. I'm just gonna lay them out here. I'll show you, and then I'm gonna lay them out here. So we have someone soon with 43 and body with 56. Someone soon was coming out in reverse, although I'm going to just read energy. Not necessarily reversals or anything like that. Okay, we had two cards gone flying. We have masculine twin with 5-5, releasing lower self. And we have 10-10. Which is doubled. Enter your vortex with aligning the infinite abundance. Okay. So far, everything's coming out in twos. Interesting. Let's pull one of these. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile one, the viewer. What do they need to know in regards to this connection? Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. And thank you so much, pile one, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. We have joy here. The card of joy, and that is number 28. It says the energy of joy activates our feelings of happiness and well-being and supports a high vibrational frequency in our being. All right. Sorry, I don't know. It's blurry, and then it's blurry. All right, so I have a few more oracles to put down, and then we'll get into the reading. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile one, Spirit. We have shadow. Shadow. No numbers on these cards. Okay. We have freedom. All right. right, 3 more, and then we can get into your reading. Twin flames, interesting. So it says yin and yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. Okay. One of these. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. We got 2 cards coming out. We have the Hermit Crab, getting heavy Virgo energy from the Hermit, and we also have Puppet Master, and getting heavy Capricorn energy, just with the Devil energy with the Puppet Master. Okay, so one more card, and what I wanted to mention in the intro, but failed to do so, is that we can have a newer twin flame connection here, and then we can have like a more long-running one. So this could certainly be a soulmate coming in, or it could be a runner coming back. Okay, so just kind of take what resonates here. Surrender to silence. Surrender to silence. It says, in quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within you. Silence can heal and replenish you. And I'm getting that tied with this Hermit Crab energy. Okay, so sorry, this metal thing is going to be a little loud. And okay, I'm not pulling any tarot right now. Just let me sit with this energy for a little bit so I could tap into this. But before I do that, I wanted to mention, yeah, what I was talking about. So this could certainly be if you're not with your twin, okay, if you're not with your twin and for whatever reason it's been long going, it could certainly be that you have a new soulmate, soul's tie coming in here energetically. That message is for somebody very strong here. So it could certainly be, you know, who you've come here about, but we can certainly also be tapping into new energy if you have a soul tie with somebody that has not yet come in. But anyway, let's get into this. So very interesting that we would have twin flames and masculine twin coming out in your reading here. So definitely very strong twin flame energy that I'm feeling here, which, I mean, that's what this reading's about, but the fact that we see it in the cards is interesting. So let me sit with this, and then I will intuit what I'm picking up. Interesting. So we have Shadow and Puppet Master. And the Puppet Master is all about confronting our inner shadows. The fact that we have divine, or we have masculine twin here, which is representing the divine masculine energy. I'm feeling like this is only giving me a read on one energy, which is interesting because if I pull the other pile and the divine feminine sitting in there, that would be cray cray. But I'm only feeling one energy here, which I wasn't expecting so far. We'll see with the tarot. But what I am picking up is divine masculine energy, very strong here, of a divine masculine who is doing shadow work. And I feel like this is, well, if you've clicked here looking for your person, it could certainly be your energy if you're resonating as the divine masculine here in a twin flame journey. But I feel like there's heavy work here in regards to coming into self, like really coming into self, and really aligning with what that looks like. Because I feel like with this energy that I'm picking up, there is a lot of matrix 3D type stuff here with body. So this divine masculine could be dealing with a lot of matrixy type things like work, relationships, where they're living, addictions. It is very matrixy. I'm not getting a whole bunch of spiritual or 5D energy coming from this at all. And I am getting this energy really confronting their shadows, really taking a look at what's going on in front of them. I feel like this divine masculine is wanting some sort of freedom from an energy here that I feel has been weighing them down, and them not being able to step into a version of themselves that I think they were thinking or wanting or hoping that they could be someday. So maybe it's a version of themselves that they, yeah, like their higher version here of themselves. But I feel like they've been really pulled into the matrix world or really controlled by something here. And I was feeling devil. So devil could be anything that keeps us back from growing. Devil could sometimes be immediate gratification versus long-term sort of growth or potential. And the fact that we have aligning with infinite abundance and joy, I feel like this divine masculine is really wanting to align himself with, I say himself, could be she, whatever. This is just energy here with divine masculine energy with, I'm going to refer to it as he. This energy here, I feel as though he's trying to align himself with a lighter side, like with joy, with happiness, but I feel it's been very, very heavy. And I'm really feeling with body and puppet master something that's been really weighing him down in his environment. And I feel like it's been, it could be something different for all of you guys, but I feel like it's been one major thing here that he's really having to confront and break the chains in order to allow him the freedom to commit himself to something greater here than what he has been committing himself to. So I feel like he's been in protective mode, mostly because of whatever this thing is here that has a hold on him, that doesn't allow him the freedom to explore, to be himself. And I feel like he has been trying to release this for some time, but I feel like with the surrender to silence, I feel like he's letting go of a big part of whatever this is, and he's amidst doing this right now. So if you feel like your divine masculine is, I don't know, kind of in some sort of pulled away hermit energy, it would be because he is working on releasing whatever this devil thing is, at which we'll pull the tarot, like I said. But with releasing lower self, this is all about the lower 3 chakras, which represents the divine masculine. Divine feminine represents the top 3 chakras, which is the crown, the third eye, and the throat chakra. But when we talk divine masculine, they're more in the, well, we call them the matrix twin, because they're more in the root, sacral, and solar plexus, which is all about confidence, all about addictions, all about 3D type stuff here, and really learning how to release a lot of this stuff here. So I do feel, and I am getting, that the divine feminine is most likely, I'm not feeling her energy here so much as I am sensing with the energy here, which will pull, that she has done whatever work she has had to do. Okay, so I do feel like this divine masculine wouldn't have been triggered as much as I'm seeing here if the divine feminine hadn't been doing whatever it was that she was doing here. Now with someone soon, I just feel like this is this divine masculine coming into who they're supposed to be here in this connection, to be able to receive something here. But I feel this divine masculine has been very closed off and not wanting to be vulnerable outside of whatever environment he's made safe for himself in order to deal with whatever the thing is here that he's dealing with, which I feel are his demons, are his shadows, is the devil holding him back. And now I feel like he's being pulled to this sort of review with the enter your vortex here. Okay, so interesting too, we have 2 vortexes right here. And they're both spirally, which to me could be cyclical things, meaning either you guys have gone through many, many repeats here, but I just feel like this divine masculine that I'm tapped into here has been not feeling like he's been progressing or ascending, and maybe he's been trying and failing, whatever it is that he's been attempting to do here. So it's been on repeat here, and that could be quite challenging. So 43 could be significant, and 56, I'm feeling Chariot from the 43, which is all about success in moving forward, but it's also integrating our shadow. So being able to recognize what it is that is controlling us, and then being able to integrate that so that we can still move forward rather than being closed off. Because I feel like he wants success, but he's been cyclical in, I do feel it could be definitely like some sort of life cycle here, like something that has him very stuck, physically stuck. I feel is very physical. So I don't know, a family member, a family situation, I don't know, like physical stuff could be distracting ourselves, mental health, addictions, whatever the thing is here. Okay, is that it, Spirit? I feel that is it. I feel that's it. I'm going to pull on the tarot and see what we get, because this is supposed to be, I mean, supposed to be what, I don't know what supposed to be is, but the intention was that we would see the connection, and I don't really see anything except for a divine masculine here. So it could very well be divine feminines in the other pile, or just the message for this group is what you're needing to hear here. So I'm going to pull from the secret tarot here that you picked, and we're going to ask Spirit for a clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. For pile 1, Spirits, can we get, what am I going to do? I'm going to do the Celtic cross, okay? So we're going to look at certain aspects here. So we got a kind of an idea of what's going on in this connection. So Spirit, with the Celtic cross, can we get overall energy? We have the 6 of Pentacles. I'll show you guys as they, I want to break my channeling. Okay, so 6 of Pentacles overall. What is crossing this connection? What is the energy crossing this connection, Spirit? Got 2 cards. We got the 5 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. Crossing. Okay. What is beneath? What is the energy grounding this connection? What is beneath, Spirit? Got 2 cards coming out. We have the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. What is behind this connection? What is behind? We have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. What is crowning this connection? I dropped cards. Just give me a second here. All right. I'm not going to look at them because there was way too many. So if they want to come out, they will. Let us ask, what is crowning this connection, Spirit? What is crowning this connection? Thank you so much. All right, we have the 3 of Cups. Okay, what is immediately before? Immediately before. We have the 10 of Swords. And what is the far future? Far future energy. We have the 4 of Pentacles. And can we look at self card? We have the 2 of Wands. Okay. Environment. Environment, we have the 9 of Pentacles. And hopes and fears. Hopes and fears, we have the Queen of Cups. All right, and then the outcome. What is the outcome here? We have the 2 of Swords. Interesting. All right, bottom of the deck energy, 4 of Swords. Four of Swords is really matching all the oracle cards I was pulling here. This is Hermit Crab energy. So this is, you know, someone who is most likely removed, doing healing. This is not a lot of movement at all, but a lot of healing, reflecting, dealing with past pains, sitting with truth that we might not be quite seeing yet or not wanting to act on. Because I feel like with this sort of truth pointing down here, that I'm feeling divine masculine energy again, same energy, but sitting with something that he's having to deal with here in order to overcome the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords is all about heartbreak. It's where we're dealing with past, you know, persons, intentions, actions, things that have happened that we need to deal with here that's caused pain. Doesn't necessarily have to be in connection so much as just dealing with stuff that's triggering pain within us. Could be inner childhood, could be past traumas, past life, ancestral things, whatever it is. There's something here that this divine masculine is having to sit with here. And now I see, which is so interesting because I've read with these cards quite a bit and never noticed, you have like a ghost of a person laying down, and then you have this lady sitting up. So I'm getting reborn energy, which makes sense with the oracle cards that we picked up specifically. Sorry, this is jumping all over the place. With this one. This aligning with infinite abundance. Okay, and well, it's more of a feeling I was getting overall. Someone soon. So the feeling I was getting here was coming into some sort of, coming into their own in some way. We have releasing the lower self here with the divine masculine. So being reborn, but she's dressed in all black, which is a death of something here. And I feel like the death of whatever it is the thing that was the devil thing. Okay, and I can't help but notice, and I'm just going to jump around here. In the immediate future, you have a Ten of Swords, which is the death of something. This is the ending of something. Okay, and I feel like there's the ending of something in order to be reborn. And deal with some sort of truth here. Okay, so that's the bottom energy, which is kind of the flavor of the spread, I guess, if you will. This is all about healing, reflecting. All right, so we'll see what comes through. So far, I'm only feeling one energy here. Overall energy, we have the Six of Pentacles. So Six of Pentacles is all about equal reciprocity. This is give and take. This is about what we give in order to, you know, eventually receive. It's all about giving and receiving, but it is mostly of how we kind of show up and invest, the types of investments that we make. So I feel as though this divine masculine was not feeling very balanced to me at all. So I feel like he's working on getting balanced, finding balance, and most likely thinking about where he can invest himself in order to find balance. So it could very well be that this divine masculine was not invested in this connection or giving to this connection of himself because he was not balanced within himself. So this is all about, for me right now, I'm feeling more the giving, okay, like giving of self, trying to find the balance. And I'm also picking up now divine feminine energy. So you could certainly be in an energy that's a little cold here. I'm picking up maybe she is no longer giving. I feel like she is in an energy of lukewarm. I don't know. I feel like she's not engaged or she is not giving. So I feel like he is, I don't know, like in tune with her energy. And so he's trying to find a way how to find balance back in this connection, but specifically within himself, so he can be balanced here and give to this connection. Something's distracting him. I feel someone or something, again, doesn't have to be a person per se, but an energy I'm picking up here. And so although he is intending on maintaining this connection, I feel like he is still dealing with the side distraction thing that he is giving to. And this is also my breadcrumb card. So he could certainly be breadcrumbing in an energy here that is something that he probably does not want to lose out. But it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe like not willing to let go, but also not doing what he needs to in order to disconnect from whatever's going on the side. So that's the overall energy I'm feeling here, okay? So what crosses this connection, I mean, it's a lot to do with his energy, but what at least have as crossing cards is 5 of Pentacles and 10 of Wands. This is not a good energy with these two cards. I mean, the 5 of Pentacles is feeling left out in the cold, feeling down and out, feeling like we were abandoned or just like we're unable to do what it is we want, or what it is we want to have for ourselves isn't available. So I feel like because the overall energy was the 6 of Pentacles, I feel like he's tired of being in a 5 of Pentacles. So, yes, this is the crossing. Because he's feeling 5 of Pentacles, he's trying to find balance. He's trying to move from a 5 to a 6. And it could very well be triggered because of the Divine Feminine, which is pulled away her energy in some way. I feel like there's still an imbalance here. And so I feel like he's recognizing something about himself. And this 5 of Pentacles, I really get a very slimy energy from this 5 of Pentacles. I don't like it because it just makes me feel yucky. It's like, I don't know, like this lady, she's about to take some pictures here. And this guy's about to take pictures of her. And it just feels really creepy. So it's almost like having to do something we really don't want to have to do in order to make something happen here. And feeling kind of cornered in a way, or like we have to do something we'd rather not do. And we'll see. But yeah, so 10 of Wands, this is like being burdened. These the 10 wands of burden is like where we just can no longer carry out the same way we have, and we're hanging on to something that's better served released, but we're hanging on to it, so it becomes very difficult. Okay, so I'm feeling whatever this third, I'm definitely tapping into a third energy here, okay? Whatever that thing is that this Divine Masculine is trying to overcome. I don't feel he wants to be there. I feel like he feels, I don't know, slimy just keeps coming up as a word here, but whatever the word is here, I think he feels dirty. Dirty, slimy, not, yeah, he doesn't feel full, balanced, clean. And he's not quite sure how to let go, but it's also become very heavy to carry. And look, she's hanging on to this skull, which the skull to me is all about the death. It is death and rebirth, which keeps coming up as a theme here, needing to let go and make significant change. The death card is Major Arcana, which is all about, you know, spiritual change. It's not like a 10 of Swords where we're talking about just an ending of a habit, an ending of a relationship, an ending of something. When we're talking about death, it's like really spiritually transforming and having the transformation we need in our lives in order to become someone else, or put a major end to a part of our life here in order to be reborn as someone different. So she's wearing the blue dress. Blue to me is always throat chakra, which is really having to communicate something in regards to this transformation. So I feel like there's a heaviness because he's has been unable to, or incapable up until this point, to communicate something in regards to this transformation that he is trying to do here. He's hanging on to it. I'm feeling Scorpio energy all of a sudden from this. Let's see if I see any other signs. We have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius coming through, and then we have more Scorpio and Cancer, Pisces coming through. Okay, so crossing energy. So this would make sense. This is like kind of what the obstacle is here. Like, I think he doesn't want to feel like this or do whatever he's doing. I think it has his attention, although I feel like he's being pulled by the divine feminine to elevate here. So it is this sorry. It is this enter your vortex, masculine twin, releasing lower self and aligning with infinite abundance, because I feel like he's being pulled to be the better version of himself is what I feel here. Although I don't feel like she is doing anything. I feel like she's pulled her energy away, and this could be very well why she's not showing up here in this read, in this spread. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and she has, I'm just trying to see here, she has no shoes and she's smoking a long cigarette. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Now, this is beneath, which is kind of like subconscious type energies here that are pulling through. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. So I do pick up that there is an energy here of needing to become honest with something and to see something clearly, because here we see again that sort of truth we were seeing with the Four of Swords that was pointing downwards. Okay, right here. And so I feel like in the subconscious there is something that is needing to be addressed and needing to be looked at in order to get very clear and certain, that has not yet been addressed or looked at. And so I feel like he's been attempting this, and hence why we were seeing the spirals, because I feel like there is slow progress here. Okay, with this Knight of Pentacles, this is about progress. Is a very slow energy, and sometimes the Knight of Pentacles is also a very stuck energy. Okay, but it's also the type of energy that needs a plan, because the Knight of Pentacles doesn't just take action. The Knight of Pentacles needs a strategy, an in strategy and an out strategy. And so I feel as though there hasn't been movement, or very slow movement, because he's still working on a strategy. Yes, still working on a strategy, but because he's unclear or hasn't dealt with something in the subconscious here, or became honest or clear about it, it becomes kind of stuck. But I feel like the intention is there to move forward. The intention of something solid is there, but that's pretty much what it is. Now, again, I'm being pulled to this freedom. So I'm feeling like, you know, this freedom card is coming out, because I do feel as though this energy might be one that is needing, like I said, I'm feeling like an exit strategy of sorts here. So there might be a lot around, yeah, like understanding a full picture before stepping forward would allow there to be a sense of freedom. Although I do feel that this divine masculine is not free right now from the energy I'm picking up here. Okay, so passing energy, Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, like I was picking up to the subconscious, because this is like, you know, slow progress, but the intention is there. But I felt like there wasn't a whole lot of movement. This is like putting in energy, but being like frustrated, you know, because we could be constantly giving and putting in energy into something and then not really seeing any results with the Seven of Pentacles. This is also very slow. But what I'm getting here is that he's looking at this connection as something that's been slow growing, but I'm getting kind of a space between him and this Seven of Pentacles. It's like whatever is here, I don't feel has been of his doing. So I feel like he's visiting this Seven of Pentacles and looking at what has already been built, because I do feel there's been a long passing of time here. And we see the 5, the 6, and now the 7 of Pentacles. So I feel as though The fact that he's crossed by this Five of Pentacles, it's like he's stuck on a Five of Pentacles, and the passing energy is kind of shifting out of this Seven of Pentacles, which I feel he's missed his boat, or he feels he's missed his boat, or something in this connection in which I think was calling for him to step forward. I feel he's missed, or he feels he's missed out on, because it's in the past position here. So therefore, he's feeling very heavy with the energy he's sitting in, wanting to get to the 6 in order to, I don't know, like find the balance so that there's a less of a gap between him and this Seven of Pentacles, which I feel could certainly be the effort of the Divine Feminine in this connection, as something that never flourished, something that never came to be anything other than just energy sitting there, developed to a certain point, and then it's kind of sitting in the past. So I don't know, I am feeling here by this energy that I'm feeling that there could certainly be a separation here, or just Divine Feminine has pulled her energy away, like I said, and I'm still feeling it quite strong. And I feel like there's a longing here, and there's like a review and a looking at what, yeah, like a feeling bad at like what he was incapable of doing or showing up, or incapable of bringing the balance, incapable of giving to a situation here that, you know, is now looking like this and is kind of stuck there because he's been hanging on to something here instead of releasing it. Okay, so now we have the crowning card here, which is the Three of Cups. Three of Cups, you know, has a lot of meanings when I read the Three of Cups, but what's really coming through, and I was picking up from all of the oracles here, was the third party situation here. So I really feel as though there's a need to deal with whatever the third energy is here. I could pull some tarot around what it is, but I mean, the third party, you'll know if it's a person, you know, if they're in a, you don't want to be in a third party relationship situation, or just, you know, someone here who is stuck on devil. I don't see devil yet, but we'll pull some more. So I see drinking here. I see, you know, smoking here. I see sex here. I mean, you know, it could certainly be an addiction to any one of those three things here. You know, could be so the group of friends, how they socialize. We had freedom here, so like a sense of needing to be free with this Three of Cups gives like superficial relationships rather than an in-depth relationship, because there's an inability to go deep. So we tend to stick to more superficial type relationships until we can deal with the Three of Swords that's been haunting us here, you know, but there's a need to put an end to something here and really address. So I feel like because this is the crowning card, it's like Spirit is saying there's a need to address this third party situation here. And we're seeing a group of guys here. So it could certainly be just a group of friends, environment, whatever this thing is here that has this divine masculine sidetracked here. Alrighty, so immediate future, the Ten of Swords. So this is kind of a good thing to see in the immediate future, because this is an ending of something here, and I was feeling it with the black dress, kind of like going to a funeral of something here. And I feel like the funeral or the ending here is something that he's needing to put behind him, because I do feel, and I'm gonna flip this Four of Swords, see what's under there. We have the Magician in reverse. That is Mercury energy, Virgo and Gemini, and it is in reverse. Mercury is all about communication, which we're picking up with the blue dress there with the Ten of Wands, because I feel something with communication is stuck. And yes, okay, thank you, spirits. We have the Two Swords of Truth pointing down here, which is about having to be honest with something here, and having to see clearly, but also being honest about something. I feel like there hasn't been communication in order to manifest something here. Like there's communication completely missing here. yeah, is communication completely missing, so things weren't able to manifest. So in the near future, here with this Ten of Swords, I feel like there's something that is put behind. Something that is put behind. I'm going to have to pull on this because I'm getting mixed messages here. Okay. Let me just pull. First of all, I'd like to pull. What do I like to pull? I'm going to pull on this Three of Cups first, okay? I'm going to see. What is this, Spirit? What is this Three of Cups here? What is this Three of Cups energy here? And don't give me devils. Nine of Swords. Anxiety. Okay, so what I'm getting from Spirit is, because this is a collective reading, all of you guys, I mean, like I said, there's so many different distractions, addictions, devils, but this Divine Masculine is hung up with, but there is one particular thing that is the main concern with this Divine Masculine. That is the main thing here that he's having to really deal with. The main cause of his anxiety, his inability to move forward here. So I feel like, because the Ten of Swords comes after this Nine of Swords here, and it's like immediately after, I feel as though I'm going to pull one for the Ten of Swords, but he's had an opportunity to deal with his Three of Swords and move away from what this is. And I think he missed the boat. We see the Six of Swords and we see the Three of Swords. And what I'm feeling is he's kind of stuck there. He didn't address what he was supposed to address. I'm feeling the blue again, which is the communication, which I feel was stuck. And it was stuck because of the Three of Cups, the third energy thing, which has caused anxiety and an inability to move forward. So there's a lot of anxiety around what this thing is, because I feel he feels like he's imprisoned here. And I feel like this Three of Swords is following him around because he needs to deal with it rather than suppress, avoid, and ignore. And in the subconscious, again, we saw the Queen of Swords, which is needing to deal with that and be honest about something here. So I feel like there is an ending here, but I'm not necessarily picking up that this is a good ending. I'm going to see what this Ten of Swords is. Spirit, what is this Ten of Swords about? I think it's like, well, let's see. Why is this Ten of Swords here, Spirit? What is this ending about? Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords. Death, ending, spiritual change. Like I said, like the Ten of Swords is different than the Death, because this is all about spiritual change, transformation. It was coming in the reverse. I spun it around because... Okay, so he's really needing to transform here. He's really needing to have like a spiritual change, a shift. A big, massive part of his life is needing to completely shift here in a really profound way. This is Scorpio energy with this Death card. Yeah, and we were feeling that with the crossing with the Ten of Wands, because she's hanging on to the skull. So I was feeling this Death card, and look at all the skulls here. I feel like that is the obstacle. It's like how to transform, how to release the things that no longer serve in order for there to be a rebirth. And he's stuck. And so I feel like the ending here is almost like he's given up on something here, I feel. And so he's reviewing, like, I feel this is like barren land here. He's reviewing something. Something feels very barren. And it could be he feels abandoned by the Divine Feminine, because with the Five of Pentacles being crossing card as well. And I'm feeling this death is, you know, in reverse in some way, because it hasn't happened yet. But I'm feeling like he has no choice. He feels he has no choice here in something that's happening to him. And so there's a very stuck energy, but a need from the universe in order for him to have some sort of transformation. Because in the far future, we have this Four of Pentacles, which is, again, this energy of hanging on. to something here. Like the Ten of Wands is also an ending, but it's hanging on to things that we'd be better off letting go, you know, being very overwhelmed and burdened here. And so with the Four of Pentacles, it's like, it's kind of a very sort of lack mindset, miserly energy here, because we don't want to let go of something and because we don't want to lose it, but it keeps us stuck and stagnant, and it doesn't allow us to grow and move forward. So there is a choosing comfort zone, there's a choosing stuckness here, and being very unhappy about it. Like he's very unhappy. He's very unhappy, and I feel like there's an ending here. For some of you guys, it could be he identifies the end of this connection in some way, and it's because of his inability to transform, like, and release third parties, release things here that have him very stuck. And so he's made the choice to do nothing. And so now he's sitting here miserable with his what he wanted to hang on to. Yeah. That's sad. Okay, well, let's pull one for the Four of Pentacles then. Like, why is he sitting here miserably with this Four of Pentacles? I feel like he feels like he couldn't do anything. Like it's all, again, out of his ability in some way. The Moon, yeah. It's like mass confusion here. Like not seeing clearly and needing to deal with the subconscious. Needing to deal with the subconscious, which was, you know, we had this Queen of Swords, we had this Knight of Pentacles, because there's a need to be very clear and honest about something here. And look, she's wearing that black dress again, because there's a need for a rebirth, a death of something, you know, and it's that third party thing that keeps haunting him. Like, I feel like this black dress is coming up time and time again. And the fact that we see the skull and the death, and I mean, 2 tens here, there's a need to put something that's already over behind. And I feel like rather than taking action, I feel like things are happening and then there's an ending. And I feel like the ending could certainly be him seeing the end of this opportunity with this divine feminine because of his inability to act. So he has some illusions here about what he's seeing, because when we're Four Pentacles, all we're seeing is what we could lose out on rather than what we could gain. So there is a lot of Moon energy, but also fear. Okay, because that's, I mean, when we're in lack mindset, we fear something. We fear letting go. We fear the unknown. We fear something here. So lots coming through. And then we have the crab, which we were getting hermit crab there. So I need to take a look at what's he shutting out here, because he's shutting out something here that he's needing to deal with. He has a hard shell here with this crab. So I'm getting Pisces energy. I am also getting Cancer energy, because we see the crab here, and a need to really deal in the subconscious, because we're seeing the puppet master, which is all about, where's that? Which is all about looking at her shadows. Okay, so that is definitely Moon energy, seeing something in moonlight here. So overall, see self, we have the Two of Wands. So Two of Wands is about having to make a decision. The Two of Wands is being at a crossroads. And this is kind of where we decide whether we want to, you know, have a lack mindset and stay hung up and stuck in something and do the same old, or whether we want to pick the challenge road in order to do what is going to allow us to expand to a Three of Wands. And the wands are suspended. And look, he's looking at, in the traditional tarot, it's the globe, or the world, I guess, if you will. He's not even touching the wands. He's like looking at this thing, which is the third party thing here. Here is his black ball. And he's wearing green and red. Okay, so green is heart chakra, red is the root chakra. Root chakra is all about addictions, all about really base lower chakra energies that we were seeing in the oracle that he was learning to release in order to come into tune and to balance with the heart chakra. He's dealing with this third party thing. So he doesn't even have a choice. He feels he's unable to make a choice here. And that would make sense because in the crowning, he has to deal with the third party thing. Okay, so I think he's choosing to believe that he's incapable of dealing with this third party thing. Okay, so environments, 9 of Pentacles, Divine Feminine coming in very strong here. She is doing her thing. Yeah, so I feel like he feels like you're solid on your own. And look, she's in full green. She's in tune with her heart chakra. She's successfully kind of single, independent, strong, all put together here. And she's looking at the clouds. So it's like she's left this confusing situation. You know, she's looking back on something that was unclear, something that was confusing, something that made no sense. Certainly, you know, could be she had to move on in order to find her own success here, aside from this divine masculine. But she's looking back and all she sees is the clouds here. And ironically, she's by a bush here with all the pentacles. You know, the pentacles that she was building, I guess, on her own. I feel here she was doing it on her own, and here was to build to something in this connection. And here now she is full of that energy that she's kind of invested here, sitting with this energy. Interesting. Okay. Hopes and fears, we have this Queen of Cups. So I'm getting divine feminine energy from this Queen of Cups, compassionate. This is a very loving, unconditional loving queen. Green again with the heart chakra energy coming through. So I feel like there's a strong desire here, this falling in the hopes and fears. There's a lot of desire to have this divine feminine come through with the unconditional love here for this divine masculine. Although I feel as though he is very fearful that she is removed from his life, or that she is unable to give to him and share emotions here. And she has that same look she had in the covering energy, which is like this not interested look. Oh my goodness, I just flung that thing. She looks not interested. So I feel like he feels she is not interested in giving to him. Her cup looks empty here. And so I feel like he feels she has no more to give to him. Yeah, she's like no longer able to give emotions here to him. And I feel like this is sitting with the fears here. And also with the hopes, because I do feel like there's a big hope here that she would be able to be there emotionally here for him. So in the outcome card here, we have the Two of Swords, which might be a little bad for you too, but Two of Swords. Okay, so the Two of Swords is also a balance card, but this is like the in denial card. Okay, Two of Swords, where we don't want to make a decision. We don't want to make a decision, and we're sitting at a crossroads here. So looking at this, we see the moon. So there's still fears here. They're still maybe not seeing very clearly. And now we have the hands touching both the swords. Unlike with the Two of Wands, with the Self card, we seen there was no kind of taking accountability or whatever. But here in the overall energy, we see, you know, the Two Swords, and then we see this kind of indecisive energy sitting there, not knowing which way to go. But I'm getting, again, that communication, because the Sword of Truth is here pointing down. So I need to communicate something here. I feel a very, very stuck energy. I got to be honest. Okay, I'm going to pull a clarifier here for this Two of Swords is the outcome. I don't know why we have a Two of Swords here. Spirit, what is this in denial energy here with this Two of Swords? Knight of Cups, sorry. It was in reverse. Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is where how we express ourselves, how we show love, you know, and I feel like this Divine Masculine was incapable of expressing self when it came to showing emotions, showing up, giving love here in this connection, because there's a lot of fear and there's a need to deal with something in the subconscious that's haunting him in regards to a Three of Swords that he needs to deal with. And I think instead of doing this, he's been dealing with third parties as a mask up here. And I feel like Spirit is saying he's needing to deal with this third party thing in order to become very clear and certain about what he's dealing with here and get out of in denial. And once he removes third party, because I feel like that's more of a cover-up distraction, then he can become honest instead of in denial about dealing with the Three of Swords, which he still needs to heal from here. So I feel there's a long history here. I feel like he feels he missed out. I feel like he feels he's out of control or not in control of doing what he needs to do. He's not happy about it. And yeah, and he's just really stuck here. And I feel like Divine Feminine is, you know, kind of moving on here with, I feel like this is coming from his perspective, you know, like she's, I just feel like he fears she's no longer around. And it could very well be that she's, you know, kind of doing well without him in this connection. I feel like this connection was one that was fairly imbalanced and that she's invested quite a bit here. So she's sitting here with, you know, like she hasn't missed out or lost out on anything, but I feel from his energy like he's lost out or he's missed out on something here. And he's feeling almost to me like a little bit pissed off about the fact that he's missed out, but I don't feel like he's understanding that he's the reason why he's missed out here in some way. Because of his inability to deal with something here and let go of something and allow himself to change. Although I feel like there is an ending. And like I said, I feel like the ending here is him surrendering to accept the fact that he feels like he's incapable of moving forward. So there's like an ending here of, I don't know, I was going to say hope, or an ending of, I mean, this sounds like a very sad reading, but we got the Death in reverse, you know, so an inability to allow things to shift here. So why is this Ten of Swords here, Spirit? What's with this Ten of Swords? Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Incapable of coming together here, of having a long-term vision, of providing stability. Like, I feel like he's incapable of providing stability, which I feel this Divine Feminine most certainly wanted, but I feel like he's incapable of finding balance within himself and is hanging on to some sort of stability that he does have, the little bit of stability, thinking that the Four of Pentacles is a Ten of Pentacles in some way, but it's not. So I feel like he wasn't able to provide stability here in this connection or a long-term vision. So yeah, it causes issues here, and I feel like he's hanging on to this Four of Pentacles. So yeah, the Ten of Swords was clarified by the Death card in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Pull one more. Why is this Ten of Swords here, Spirit, with the Death card and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse? What is this immediate future about? We have the Stars, which is the healing card. Hope, for the future, like I said, I feel like there's a letting go or a surrendering of what he envisioned here as something that was hopeful, because I feel like he feels it's happening to him. Like he's incapable of transforming, like he's incapable of making a decision for the long term here. So I feel like this is him sort of accepting some sort of ending here in this connection, you know, and then not being very happy about it, but sitting with the option that he chose here, which was a Four of Pentacles, and that was clarified by the moon, you know. So it was because of fear, because of an inability to look at our subconscious. He sits here in the shadows, really, watching the divine feminine here, and she's, you know, sitting in a Nine of Pentacles, which essentially is ready for her next relationship. She's ready to move forward. She's whole and complete. She is this Queen of Cups, you know, ready to give and receive love, compassion. So that's how he's seeing her, you know, whether she's there or not, I don't know, but that's what I have here. This is your reading, pile one. Sorry if it sounded depressing. I think I'm going to do some advice, because I don't know if you're divine masculine coming here. Maybe you are, and maybe you're feeling stuck. Because I feel like this divine feminine is kind of, I don't know, just doing her own thing here. So let's see. Advice here for the viewer. Spirits, thank you so much for this message. Can we please get some advice for the viewer? Some advice. Thank you so much. Okie dokie. We have Ace of Pentacles. We have the Star in reverse, Aquarius energy. And then we have, and I can't show it because it's, sorry, we have the Stars, the Two of Swords in reverse, and we have the Ace of Pentacles as the advice. Okay. So this is a solid new beginning, but this is like a very, 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 very slow energy, okay? Ace of Pentacles, because it takes time to build from an Ace of Pentacles to a Ten of Pentacles. But this is a very solid energy, okay? This is a practical energy. This is a solid offer. So I feel like in order for there to be a new beginning, there has to be an offer in the material world of something physical. And it's coming out of the cloud here. So I feel like whatever sort of confusion this connection had, there needs to be some sort of output here in a practical way. But I feel like what Spirit is really showing is that there's a lot of healing that needs to take place first with the Star in reverse. Okay, a lot of healing. And I feel like both parties have most likely lost hope, you know. I do feel like the divine masculine certainly has lost hope here. But what Spirit is showing with the advice here is because there's a need with this Two of Swords to make a decision and to come forward with some sort of communication. But I feel like when we stay in denial, when we don't move, when we say Two of Swords, the universe keeps on going, and sometimes no decision is a decision. And that's what this is in reverse. This is like the Two of Swords in reverse. Like, something ended up happening because there was no movement, no action, no communication, no choice made. So therefore the universe just spun in the way that it did. So out of a non-decision, a decision was kind of made here. And I feel like it was really driven here, or the non-decision was driven here by fears. And the subconscious was really needing to get looked at here, really needing to deal with some sort of truth in order for there to be healing, in order for things to move forward and progress here, to plant a seed for something that never really flourished. So advice, if there is a desire here to have progress, I feel I'm reading for a divine masculine, there needs to be, out of confusion, there needs to be something solid coming forward, and I need to choose to communicate the wishes, the hopes, the desires here. There needs to be taking a look at some sort of truth despite the fears, and there needs to be an understanding that that they could have a wish come true here with the Star. This is all about our wishes coming true, long-term vision. Okay, that there is no need to lose out hope here. and just surrender to everything kind of being hopeless. The only way it's hopeless is if we don't heal, if we don't do the stuff we are needing to do here, and that's what Spirit's really showing. So yeah, I feel I'm reading for Divine Masculine here, who feels like he doesn't really know how to, I don't know, maybe I'll pull from the Oracle here. What's he supposed to do here then, Spirit? Sorry, I'm just pulling more here because I feel like I'm kind of leaving him high and dry. Okay, so Spirits, for the viewer here, I feel I'm reading for Divine Masculine. What is he supposed to do here? I mean, what are we supposed to do? It's going to be very different for all of you guys. What do we have? We have Wish. This is the Star card, you know. This is the Star card coming out again with Wish. Being hopeful, having, you know, I feel like this is a very negative energy, if I got to be honest with you. Like someone who just sees no hope in coming together. So there has to be an understanding of hope, but there has to also be doing the work here, okay? But if we feel like we're already hopeless, then we just lost the war in some way, because we're just feeling like there's nothing we can do. And Spirit's saying there is something you can do. Okay, your wish can come true, but there's a need to act. And then we have embrace. So this, I'm feeling self-love. I'm feeling be there for yourself, you know, pick yourself up, allow yourself to be there for you, to integrate parts of yourself that might be scary. We have the moon here in the background. Could be the sun, but I'm feeling moon. So, and the stars. So I feel like there's a need to, despite fears, there's a need to still be present for self and be there for self in order to come into self, in order to be able to move in the direction of this connection. So it's all about self, I'm feeling here. Self-healing, self-value, self-worth, addressing things we need to on the inside. And look, her shadow's all like squiggly. So I feel like she's not seeing herself clearly. So I feel like you're not. I'm talking to you if you're the Divine Masculine, but the Divine Masculine not seeing himself clearly is a distorted lens, and I feel like it's distorted because of the third party energy that's getting in the way of him seeing something clear in order for him to deal with truths. So he's seeing it distorted. So he's not really dealing with the real thing, so he's never really going to heal, and then he loses all hope here. So the only real way of getting the wish is to see something clearly that we're not wanting to see or have not yet been able to do, and that comes from self-love. And I don't know that this Divine Feminine's coming back with some, you know, some love to give. So he has to find it within himself, okay? That's the reading. Wow, I wasn't expecting that at all. Pile 2. So now let's move to, sorry, pile 1. Let's move to pile 2. So pile 2, Sun and Moon Tarot. Sun and Moon Tarot for pile 2. If this is what you picked, then let's take a look at your reading. Now, I guess I could have put the other cards away here. I probably will do that as I communicate to you guys. You can skip ahead if you don't want to hear me communicate. But what I was telling pile 1 is that this could be a new connection. Okay, it could certainly be a new soulmate connection coming in here, or it could be, you know, the return of the runner in some way, okay? Because I don't know what we're going to see. And this could be a very old twin flame connection, okay? Someone you have something with that's just old and maybe it's surfacing, or it could be something that's coming in that's new. You'll know whichever resonates for you, but what we tapped into for pile 1 was all Divine Masculine energy. I did not get a whole lot about Divine Feminine at all, except she, coming from the Divine Masculine's point of view, she seemed happy without him. And that was that. So this might be Divine Feminine energy. I don't know. Spirit is funny. So it could be crisscrossed, okay? Meaning one energy could be in this reading, could be you, and your person could be sitting in pile 1. Only you make sense of that. And let's get into your reading. Pile 2. We're asking about the twin flame connection, the soul connection for pile 2, Spirit. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. What are they needing to know here? Thank you so much. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. I had too many fallouts. I'm putting them back in. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good. And thank you so much, Pal 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. Twin Flames. I don't know if you saw me shuffling. I was shuffly doodah. This came out for Pal 1 with this Twin Flames is coming out again, which is ironic because I'm doing the Twin Flame reading. So very interesting. Twin Flames coming out right off the bat. And it says yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. All right, spirits. Very interesting. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle these. Spirits, clear and concise message for Pile 2 in regards to this connection, the connection they came here about. We have fire, which says liar, because they don't know handwriting. I always get 4 of Wands from this. 4 of Wands is my Twin Flame card. Okay, because the 1111, the 4 Wands. So confirmation, very strong here in regards to this. You do not have to... Oh, 1 card got left behind. Make. Okay, I want it to be seen. Make. I'm feeling Aquarius energy from this. You don't have to resonate with the label so much, Twin Flame, as it being a soul connection, okay? Because that's what the type of reading is here. It's like the soul connection that we're reading for here. So, I'm going to read it like Twin Flame. Let's pull one of these. Clear and concise message. The energy for Pile 2. Can we pull on the energy for Pile 2? We have time. 41 or 5. The energy of time supports our understanding of the relativity of time and our capacity to be present in the moment. 41 or 5. 5 is all about change. 5s are a difficult number, but it's all about being at the breaking point, because when we get to 5, it's like we got to deal with some sort of challenge in order to break open here. Time could certainly be divine timing. Could be dealing with something that's been very slow. You know, the 4 of Wands with the fire here. I mean, that's all about stability. That's union. That's coming together. And then we have make, which is, you know, making things happen here. Okay, interesting. Let's keep going. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of Pile 2. We have divine creativity with 1010, receiving cosmic intelligence. All those butterflies and the rainbow. I do feel one more of these. We have 1010, practice self-love, nurture your inner child. Okay, wow. One of these. This one here. We have repopulation with 18, or the number 9. All right. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of Pile 2 Spirit. Love. Oh my goodness. Look at this love card. It's kind of looking really whack. Love. Okay. Let's pull shadow card, Pluto shadow card. We have Hermit Crab. This came out for Pile 1. Interesting. So we have 9 here, which is the Hermit in the tarot, and then we have the Hermit Crab. So we could certainly have Virgo coming out here, introspection coming out with the Hermit. Let's pull one of these, and then we'll get into your intuitive reading before we pull on the tarot. I'm feeling 2. All right, so we have surrender your fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death, repeat the affirmation, I have faith and all is well. Surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis in quiet meditative moments. That's hermit energy. Focus on the stillness within and enjoy your inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. Okay. Let me tap into this energy before I pull on the tarot and see what is coming through here, okay? Just give me a little bit. What do you know? I think Divine Masculine sitting in pile 1 and Divine Feminine is sitting in pile 2, and I didn't plan this. This is what I'm feeling, so I don't know if Divine Masculine is going to come through in the tarot here or a blended reading for both of you guys, because I wasn't intending on having these two, which is so funny. Because like, why two, Spirit? Can I just tap into like the collective twin flame frequency? It's like 2 piles. So I was thinking, okay, well, one's like more of a maybe a newer connection, and maybe one's like an older, or like, I don't know, just like 2 different things. Anyway, but now I see why there were 2. There were 2 because I feel I'm tapping into the Divine Feminine here. So you're gonna probably want to go watch one with the Divine Masculine energy. So what's here? Well, I feel is the other half of the other pile I just freaking read with the twin flames, okay? And so I feel like this Divine Feminine, I'm going to call she, doesn't have to be born female, but I'm going to call she, because that's the energy I'm feeling here, Divine Feminine. I feel like she's been invested here through a challenge with the number 5, okay? With time, I feel like there's been a long time, and I feel like there's been a lot of investment here, and I feel like she's been working on her inner child, okay, and finding some sort of peace and learning about self-love and giving herself this. And I feel like it's having to really make it on her own, having to see where she's putting in her energy. Like, if she's putting her energy and her effort and her dedication towards something that is going to plan for her wish, her future, her long term here, or is she investing in something here that is not going to be abundant for her? So I think, because it would stand to reason after reading that first energy there, that she's invested. Okay, and I'm going to just mash the 2 here because I don't know how else to read this other than it being the opposite here. I feel like she's invested in a Divine Masculine here that did not result in something fruitful for her. And I think she's been disappointed. So I feel like she's had a lesson here in how to become vulnerable, but then also how not to shut herself out, because I feel like there's a lot of mirroring happening here, which happens in these types of connections, which is doing kind of the same energetic exercises, I guess, if you will, in this connection on each side. So I feel like her mirroring her has been having to go inside, having to take a look at her own shadows, and how to be vulnerable here, and when to know, I guess, herself well enough for her to know discernment as well. So I do feel like she's found some sort of love here, but look at how screwed up this card looks. So I feel like the love here has been her having to find this within self, and I feel like it's been quite the journey. And I feel like with this fear of change, surrender your fear of change, I feel like it's been difficult for her to surrender some sort of acceptance here in changing her direction in order for her to find freedom here. In order for her to practice self-love here with this practice self-love, nurture your inner child, because I do feel like she wants stability, and I feel like she wants a future here is what I feel like. She wants to make something happen here for her future. She wants stability. She wants happiness. She wants to come together. I feel like she really wants peace here with surrender to inner peace, and you have the dove. So the dove, the white horse, like I feel nothing but pure energy coming through here. And so with this receiving cosmic intelligence, I feel like she's been working with the divine here, maybe focused on creating something outside of this connection. And she was showing up as a Nine of Pentacles in the Divine Masculine reading, which was someone who was just building their own empire, alone. So I feel like she's building her own empire, and she's learned a lot about inner child healing. She's learned a lot about self-love. She's maybe learned a lot about where not to be caught vulnerable without maybe protecting herself. I feel like she's been through battle. Like, look at this Love card, and this knee has, like, I don't know if you guys can see that. Like when you're in prison and then you make those little hatch marks in the prison wall. We have 3. So I don't know. 3 could be significant here. Could have been 3 months. Could have been 3 years. Could be, I don't know, like in a third party situation we were seeing with the 3 in the Divine Masculine. Like some 3 is coming through quite strong now. So but I feel like she's been through it. Like I'm getting heavy spiritual warrior. Like was counting the time, and so I don't know. Like maybe she tried 3 times and it just didn't work out. Like, I don't know. This could be the 3rd significant relationship for her, and she's just like, screw it. Like I can't get it right in some way. So now she's kind of focused on self. And I feel like there's holes in the heart here. So it could certainly be having to fill the holes in her heart, and learning how to find that within self. I know, that's a lot. Okay, well, that's what I have. So it is what it is showing. Let's get into the tarot, shall we? Okay, so we're going to pull the tarot, and we're going to, there's my cat scratching, because, okay, I'm going to let him in because he's going to keep scratching. Just give me a second. Okay, when I open the door, he runs away. So, but when he scratches, generally it's confirming what I was saying, but I was just getting into the tarot here. We're going to do a Celtic cross, same thing we did for pile 1, and look at the energy that's sitting in this connection and see what comes through. Okay, so we're going to ask Spirit for a clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2 in this connection, Spirit. Thank you so much. I'm feeling this one. So overall energy, we have the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, overall. This is a crossing energy, Spirit. Crossing energy. Feeling this one here. We have the 2 of Swords. Lots of 2s. 2s are about balance or about choices. Okay, so crossed by the 2 of Swords. It says peace. Okay, so what is in the subconscious here? What is beneath this 2 of Pentacles? We have the Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy. Also the two cups there. Okay, what is in the behind? We have 7 of Swords, and it is in the reverse. 7 of Swords in reverse in the behind position, which says futility. It's in the crowning position here. We have the King of Wands in reverse. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy coming through. So heavy Sag. Okay, what is in the immediate future? We have 6 of Wands with victory in immediate. What is in the far future here? What is in the far future here? We have Prince of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. Okay, what is in the self position? What is in self? Use self. We have the Lovers in reverse. Gemini energy. Okay, environment. In the views environment, we have the 8 of Cups in reverse. Hopes and fears. What is in the hopes and fears? We have the Universe, which is the World card in reverse. Okay, and what is in the outcome? What is in the outcome? We have the Princess of Swords. That's the Page of Swords in the outcome. Bottom of the deck energy. We have the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands. Okay. It says Valor. So what is the 7 of Wands? This is a defensive energy, but this is somebody now fighting for their beliefs. Somebody who's standing their ground, who's going to stand for what they believe in, who is in a position of advantage here. I'm feeling heavy divine feminine energy. I think this reading is the flip. Okay, so this person is standing for what they believe in here, despite, I guess, everything that they've kind of gone through. She's fighting for what she believes in. Ace of Wands. So she wants to have a new beginning. So I feel like she's quite defensive is what I feel here. Okay, so what is the overall energy here? Well, we have change with the Two of Pentacles. So the overall energy is trying to get balanced. I feel like she's been thrown off balance in this connection. Okay, and so she's trying to find balance. She's trying to find out what she needs to do here. And so in the meantime, she's standing her ground and she's defensive because I think she does not want to be thrown off balance. Because things are up and down. I feel they're very turbulent. I feel like things were, like very imbalanced, especially we were getting the Six of Pentacles. For the Divine Masculine, I don't want to give too much away for that, but without doing this reading justice, I kind of have to fit like a puzzle there. You might want to go over there first and finish that one. Like he's needing to give to the situation because I feel like she's been giving to something that's been lopsided here. Okay, and we have the black and the white, which to me is all about masculine, feminine energies, and integrating shadows with light in order to find balance and harmony to move forward. So I feel like she's trying to find balance, and she's trying to decide what it is that is going to help her to find balance. So the crossing card says peace, and it's the Two of Swords. And so Two of Swords is always where we're sitting indecisive, where we're not making a decision. I'm feeling balance from this card, but I'm not feeling movement. So I feel like she isn't moving, although I feel as though she is finding balance. Like it's very important for her to get grounded, for her to find balance, because I feel she is not. So this is the challenge, is how to find the balance. And I also feel like she's making a choice here with all these twos. And I feel like her choice here is what she wants to fight for, something she believes in here, something she's passionate about. I feel she wants to fight for that. So I feel like she's in the middle of making a choice, making a decision here. So I feel like she's in contemplation here of a major choice, which way to go. She's sitting at a crossroads, and her sword of truth is pointing up. So I feel like she's dealing with truths. There's things here she's dealing with, and it could be, yes, thank you, Spirit. So two things could be true, right, at the same time here. So I'm feeling like she is dealing with maybe something she doesn't necessarily want to believe to be true, but is now seeing clearly. She doesn't have a blindfold, so she sees something, and maybe there's one truth she already knows. So there's like two things she's having to weigh. I feel like one thing she doesn't like so much, and the other she might, but I feel like she's still inactive. So I think she's weighing out what to be done, because I feel like one truth I don't feel she is comfortable with, or likes the answer, or likes what she sees. And then the other one could just certainly be what she's already known to be true. So it keeps her kind of sitting here in a contemplative state, trying to find balance. So I don't feel movement, but I also don't feel stuckness. I just feel like she is making a decision. Okay, so that makes sense. Now, in the grounding or beneath her energy, we have art with temperance. This is about finding balance, but healing and also integrating whatever's gone on around us in order to show up in an energy that we're able to create something, because it's the alchemist card, right? So it's working with energies in order to create something and be in an energy ourselves that were workable in some way. We see the dark and the light again here, masculine, feminine energy, the dark and the light. So I feel like she's dealing with something unpleasant. Yeah, the yin yang here, something very unpleasant. The dark cup and the light cup. I know you can't really see that. I don't know how to make it so in there, whatever. So anyway, Sagittarius energy. So she in the subconscious, she's been trying to make something work with darkness and light. She's been trying to be the alchemist here, to create something, to turn lead into gold in some way. And so what's recently passed is, yeah, look at that, 7 of Swords in reverse. That's what I was totally picking up from this, something she doesn't like. So she found out a truth about something here, you know, and it could certainly be that the Divine Masculine has lied about something, or the mask fell off. This is the Thief returning the swords, you know. This is where we might be in denial, because this, like I said, is the in denial card, although I wasn't feeling it so much from this one. I felt like this is definitely where we're self-sabotaging in some way, you know, where we're not being honest, you know, and we might have to face a truth, deal with a truth. And so rather than seeing it, we could be lying to self, especially these two together, big in denial, okay, big lie to self. This is in the passing position, so I feel as though she's come to terms with some piece of this connection she didn't want to see. And now she's sitting with her truth, a truth, and then this new truth that she's realized, or that's come to the surface here. And now she's having to find balance, or having to make a choice. Based on both these truths, she's having to make a choice now that she knows something here. So she is defensive, and she's willing to fight for something here. Okay, so now in the crowning position, we have the King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and it is in reverse. So in the shadow, King of Wands, is this her energy? I do feel it's her energy here. But in the King of Wands in reverse, I mean, this is someone who is not very confident, someone who feels incapable of making something happen here, who is no longer pursuing. I think she is no longer pursuing this connection. I think she's lost all confidence in this connection. So I feel like that's an honesty that maybe she thought at some point in time that she had something to work with here, you know, that she could make something of this darkness. And then I think she came to terms with something here. You know, she came to terms with something here. And so I feel like she's lost confidence in making something happen and pursuing, or yeah, like working with this connection. That's her mindset. It's the crowning card. So I feel like whatever she's doing here is surrounding the fact that she no longer is confident in moving forward in this direction, or in this connection. So immediate future, we have the Six of Wands and victory. So this is the victory card. This is the winning card. This is being celebrated here for a job well done. Six of Wands is right before the Seven of Wands. And this is immediate. So, okay. Five of Wands down here, and then she has the Sixth Wand. Challenge. I feel like it's been nothing but a challenge here. Conflict. We were seeing the fives, which is about conflict, challenge, indifference, not seeing eye to eye. And so I feel like she's found something to be passionate about. I think she's found something that has her wanting to celebrate. So I feel like she feels victorious here, okay, in the immediate future. She feels victorious because I think she found some sort of spark here, something she's worth fighting for, because here she has this wand. And it goes from the Six to the Seven of Wands. There's something she's going to fight for. Here, although they're lit, and here it's not lit. So, I don't know. I mean, we see the Two Swords there. Some decision. I think she's deciding what to do with this one wand when she finds it. Also, I am getting, like, with the Six of Wands, this is definitely could be ego, and the King of Wands in reverse could certainly be ego as well. So I feel like there's been an ego blow here, potentially, for this Divine Feminine. It could be that she's lost her sense of balance, her confidence here in trusting this connection. So needing to trust herself, having to find this inner peace, because I feel like in this connection, she hasn't been very peaceful, and she's having to make something of herself. Look at all these stars here. And then in the Seven of Wands, you see all those stars in the background. Under that, you have the Hermit, which is finding the inner peace, inner solitude with the Hermit. Virgo energy. Okay, so she's having to go inwards. She's taken a lot of time here. Thinks there's still a spark here for something she wants, but I don't feel it's inside this connection. I feel like the spark could certainly be around this divine creativity, receiving cosmic intelligence. I feel like she's being pulled towards something here that's outside of this connection. So, far future, we have the Knight of Swords. So this is moving forward. All guns a-blazing, facing her challenge. So I feel there's forward movement here quite fast. And she does choose a sword here. Because here she has two, which is the conflict or the crossing card. And here she's moving forward with one sword of truth. Facing something here, facing a challenge. And this is looking a lot like the Chariot to me. Okay, although this is the Knight of Swords. So it's like staying upright in balance, which was the theme, having to find the balance because she felt it was very turbulent. Having to deal with the dark parts could be the confusion in this connection, the dark aspects of herself in this connection, or having to deal with the challenges in this connection to make something out of this. But I feel like trying to remain balanced was the struggle. So now I feel like this forward movement is finding balance, is keeping the Chariot upright, you know, is being honest, and is in an energy of being able to confront something here, not fearing something here, facing something. So I do want, I'm going to use a different deck here. My back is sore. I'm going to pull clarifier here for this King of Wands before I keep going here. The King of Wands in reverse, and then for this Six of Wands. So Spirit, why is this King of Wands in reverse in the crowning position? What's with this King of Wands in reverse? We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This was the covering card for the pile 2, or pile 1, Divine Masculine, imbalance. And one more, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the same imbalance. King of Wands in reverse, lack of confidence. So she's lost all confidence. That's probably why we kept seeing Star in reverse in pile 1 as well. You know, because I feel like there was heavy imbalance here. She was really needing balance, specifically when it came to the Pentacles here in a practical way. Something being offered in a way that is solid, something that she could rely on here in a balanced way, but I feel has been very turbulent, and I feel it's been a back and forth, a back and forth, a back and forth. So I feel like, yeah, the challenge here is to find balance. Now, one card kind of, I don't know where this came from. Oh, sorry. This is the subconscious here with the Temperance. Okay, I flipped it the other way around. So that makes sense. She's lost all confidence here because of the fact that things are imbalanced, and because it's the crowning card, it's like she is steering away from that. Like all she knows is what she doesn't want, and she doesn't want this. But I don't think she knows where she's going because the King of Wands in reverse. Like she doesn't know where she's going, but she knows it's no longer this. And so she's defensive and she's fighting against imbalance. Okay, so what is this Six of Wands here then for? What is this Six of Wands? We have the King of Wands in reverse. Energy is so funny. King of Wands in reverse again. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Okay. Because of her release, I feel here, because of her identifying the imbalance and her not pursuing whatever this thing is, I feel she feels a sense of victory. I feel she feels free here, okay? Like she feels liberated in some way here. Like she's now able to pursue something she can be open to, and I think that's what she wants. You know, and I feel in the far future here, this is exactly what she does, because she does find balance and she moves forward. But it took a lot of introspection here. Yeah, and under that we have the Ten of Wands, and it says oppression. So she felt oppressed. She gave up. 10 of Wands in reverse. That's, the straw that broke the camel's back. That's 10 Wands of burden. We can't no more carry. In reverse was just, it's kind of done with it. We can no longer carry on. So I feel like she feels the burden is done here. Okay. And the burden was the inability to work with the energy to create something, to come together to make something, because it was very, very much an energy of someone who wasn't capable of giving to this situation in a practical way. That left her feeling very imbalanced. And so I feel like this Two of Swords that's sitting kind of crossing her, it's like her having to accept some sort of truth, in which takes her time, because I think she's lost her bearings. And she's trying to find solid ground here, okay? Solid ground in order to fight for movement forwards. So, overall energy, it's the Lovers in reverse. She gave up. She's no longer pursuing this. That's what the Lovers in reverse is, okay? No longer choosing this connection, this person, or this opportunity, this relationship in a way that maybe she was at one time with the Lovers in reverse. Yeah, it's like the loss of a connection, or not choosing it, I guess. So this is how her energy is sitting. In the, how she sees environment here is the Eight of Cups in reverse. So she's seeing the Divine Masculine as someone who is incapable of walking away from something that he could have in order to choose this connection. 8 Cups. He'd have to walk away from something. And I feel like this thing that he had him was whatever third party thing, potentially, okay, but something he had to walk away from to choose this connection. But I feel like fear played a big part in this, and also him not seeing very clearly with the moon here, showing up again when we're picking up the Divine Masculine energy, which was coming through very strong for pile 1. It's like moon energy, needing to deal with the subconscious, having to face fears. He'd have to release and walk away from something, which is no longer emotionally satisfying to him, but he's stuck here in some way, incapable of moving forward, and that's what she sees. I'm getting the message here because we see all these 8 cups. It could certainly be, an addiction to drinking. Okay, something's come up here that's really distracting him or keeping him in this inability to move forward. So that's how she sees him. In the hopes and fears, we have the Universe in reverse, which is the World card. The World card is the conclusion. It's a successful conclusion. It's a long cycle. We could close the chapter. The fact that it's in reverse, it isn't quite over. This is having to find closure, and so because this is hopes and fears, I feel like she wants to close out this chapter and wants to find out how, but it's still not quite closed yet, because I think she wants success. And I feel like this is why she's sitting in this Two of Swords. It's like how to close out something here successfully in order to move on. And I feel like she's stuck here to really sort her thoughts with the Hermit in order to safely close out this chapter and find the closure she needs, from someone who is just stuck and unable to move forward. So she's trying to find closure here, but that's what she wants. And I feel like her energy is very strong coming. There's my cat. Just give me a second. Okay, what I was about to say, because when my cat scratches, confirming what I'm saying. So this is kind of a weak card for an overall, but not really. The more I was thinking about it, okay, is this Page of Swords, or overall. This is how she's sitting. She's sitting in with the information. And I feel like she's getting very much in the energy of somebody who is understanding, okay, who's no longer in some sort of driven by emotions. And in fact, I see 0 cups aside from the C's environment, which is Divine Masculine coming through, having to walk away from something that's not emotionally fulfilling. And then the cups that the Temperance had, which was in the subconscious, was trying to make gold out of lead, really. So I see no cups. I feel like she's being really leaning into understanding truth and clarity here, which I feel has been a very confusing situation with the clouds. So from the confusion, she's trying to get very certain. Her sword of truth still isn't straight up in the air. So I feel like she's still sitting through the confusion to figure out absolute truths before she moves forward here. and this would stand to reason why she hasn't fully closed out a cycle here, but she's not interested in any more cycles aside from closing out this chapter and putting it behind her with this world. For some of you guys, I am getting that you guys could have met online, and this could certainly be a long distance connection with the world, but I do feel like she is sitting now with information and trying to sort through it. She's also looking behind, which again would be because there's still not closure here. So she's still kind of looking at what happened here. And I feel like she did lose a lot of confidence. And so I feel like in the immediate future with the victory, I feel she feels a sense of confidence back in herself, which starts with this wand. And I do feel it comes from this divine creativity, something here that she's able to focus on, and that she's able to surrender some sort of inner peace, find some peace within her here, okay? But I do feel it's because she finds balance, she finds quietness, and I think she's just content to be out of any sort of turbulency that's going on here. And the fact that we have the King of Wands coming out twice here in reverse, I feel as though the Divine Masculine is coming through as somebody who was incapable of stepping forward here and pursuing this connection. Okay, because both the King of Wands came out in reverse. So I feel like there was someone incapable of showing up here, okay? And the only thing that they weren't capable of doing was, I don't know, like it was imbalanced. So I don't feel like there was anything that this person was able to do. And I do feel like there were lots of cycles here. I'm seeing, again, the infinity loop here. So I feel like it felt very much like a back and forth, a back and forth, a back and forth, and no way out. So I feel like she feels she's found a way out, okay, by not pursuing this any further. So it's kind of a shitty message here. I wasn't expecting to see such a Debbie Downer, but this is the collective twin flame reading that I'm pulling on, which kind of goes with the readings I've been doing lately about someone walking away, or at least preparing to walk away. It seemed to be a buildup. I feel like this is definitely somebody who's pulled away completely. Divine Feminine's pulled away completely from Divine Masculine here. I'm going to pull 3 cards just as a guidance here for the viewer. Spirit, can we get guidance for the viewer here? What is the guidance for the viewer? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good. Thank you, Spirit. So we have the 4 of Pentacles came out for the Divine Masculine reading in pile 1. 4 of Pentacles. That is a balance card. The Star also came out for Divine Masculine, Aquarius energy. And then we have the Hermit coming out, Virgo energy. Okie dokie, artichoke, and the Empress at the bottom, Taurus. Okay, so Taurus energy with the Empress. This is all about our self-worth and abundance and finding our value. And so I feel like this Divine Feminine is coming into her own value, her self-worth. And I feel like her self-worth was not supported here because there was imbalance. I feel like there was an inability for Divine Masculine to let go of what he needed to let go of here. The 4 of Pentacles, hanging on to something. This is, again, a lack mindset, not wanting to let go of something and playing it safe at the risk of something that he's lost here. And so he's building sand castles here, which could certainly be washed away. So whatever he's hanging on to here, I don't feel is something that has stability in it anyway. And so I feel like she has had to do a lot of inner work here with this Hermit to find her value, to find her abundance, and to maintain hope for herself, to move towards what her true desire is here, her wishes. And I feel like her wishes is for abundance. I feel like her wish here is to birth something for herself here of value, to not be stuck. She's pregnant here. The Empress is all about birthing abundance, and the Star is about getting her wishes coming true. So I feel like, and healing. So I feel like there's a lot of healing here that's happening with this Divine Feminine in regards to finding self-worth. And under that, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse, which is pretty much the theme. She's no longer giving compassion here in an open cup type way, which I feel like she might have had deep feelings for this divine masculine. Okay, this is unconditional love, but the Queen of Cups doesn't know when to stop giving emotions because she feels very deeply here. And so that's why we were seeing no cups in the spread. Like there were no cups, because I feel like her emotions are completely pulled. You know, she's no longer wanting to just give and give emotions here because of the imbalance. It's quite imbalanced. So she's no longer invested emotionally here. And Spirit is saying she's finding her self-worth. She's finding discernment. And the guidance here is to find that peace within self and to remain hopeful, and that there's lots of healing, and that divine masculine's sandcastles are just that. They're castles in the sand that he's building here as an empire that's just going to get washed away eventually. Okay, whenever the high tide comes, whenever the rain comes, whatever's happening here, and I don't know. I mean, what's going to happen here is he's going to realize that this divine feminine has, you know, had to move on in some way, and unfortunately, he's left with his broken sandcastles. So that's kind of sad. I didn't think I was going to do such a sad reading. Oh my goodness. Can we get something happy? Can we get something truthful, spirits? Something, just something. Just give me something, please. Okay, we'll see something so we can close out this reading. Thank you so much, Spirit, for this clear and concise message. I am so blessed. Thank you so much. All right, what do we have? We have the King of Wands in the uprights, and we have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have the King of Swords in the reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands with oppression. Okay, this is an ending. Oppression. This is where we can't no more. This is where we have to release something that we're hanging on to, and it becomes very, very difficult. So, showing divine masculine. Now, King of Wands. So, Aries, Leo, Sag coming through again. This is definitely giving me the divine masculine energy. Now he's in the upright. So this is confidence to move forward. This is an ability to move forward. Okay, so I feel like what Spirit is showing here is divine masculine is having to really become clear and certain with this King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Having to become clear, having to become honest, having to communicate. And I feel like the communication has to be coming from a very pure place here with this white horse in order to free him. Okay, because he was getting freedom, but he needs to find freedom, and that he is going to have to find this freedom by embracing some sort of truth here that he hasn't yet seen in order to come out of a Five of Pentacles, being left out in the cold. Five of Pentacles, okay, feeling just, yeah, like we are not seeing what we can do on our side in order to break out of something that doesn't feel good. So I feel like he's wanting to come out of the Five of Pentacles. He's just not seeing what it is that he has to do. And in order to come out of this, he's going to have to embrace some sort of truth here. Now, I'm curious. I don't know that I'm going to see it. Oh yeah, the Five of Pentacles was the slimy card in the other deck. This Five of Pentacles has two people. And someone's kind of in fetal position, and the other one's kind of just sitting there. And that fetal position looks like divine feminine energy. So, and she looks very defensive still here. So I think Spirit is showing here, divine feminine is going to be closed off. I might be reading for a divine masculine. I have no idea, but she's closed off here. She's defensive. She's been hurt. And because it's fetal position, I think she's dealing with her inner child wounding, and that he's going to have to come to terms with his wounding, that I feel like she is healing from this. And so as he heals, as he becomes honest, as he deals with what he needs to deal with in order to be confident to move forward for himself, to get out of whatever he's hanging on to release, he's going to have to become very honest and think about something here. Now, I see three birds. Birds, well, the number three, again, is the third party, but birds is all about communication. So there could certainly be, like I said, a third energy here that's is in the way that he's going to have to be communicating openly with and about whatever this third thing is, okay? And I see blackbirds, so I feel like that was coming through with the divine feminine reading, like whatever the thing is here that's not working, I feel is the third party, you know, because the white horse here is the purity, is the light. And he's dealing with the darkness here, and it's the third party thing, okay, that he's having to be very honest and clear about, because there's a lot of confusion. And so this is sitting like this, so Spirit's showing some sort of hope here, because, I mean, there is an ability for this King of Wands to find confidence to move forward here, you know, but he's going to have to deal with this certainty coming out of the Five of Pentacles himself, regardless of whatever this Divine Feminine is doing here. Because I feel like she's out of commission. So I don't know if that was positive. I was just repeating the same thing there. I do want just one of these because I never end, do I? Okay, this is getting long. I'm going to pull one of these. Kind of just a final card here. Final card here for this Twin Flame reading, spirits. One card. Thank you so, so much. We have escape. Look at that. Escape. I think this connection is both of you guys are doing healing, and I feel like what Spirit is really telling me is that in order to, for this phase in this connection, which is coming to an end, because we saw the World card, a phase in this connection is coming to an end. Doesn't necessarily mean this connection. And in order for it to close out properly, to put it behind you, I think both of you guys need to be in your own sort of separate island here. You guys need to be exiled from each other, you know, in order to heal, in order to escape this connection so that you guys can find some sort of truth. Because I feel like that's when the healing happens. That's when progress happens, is when we find pieces of ourselves. And it's generally when we're in separation from our twin in order to do more healing, more self-reflection. So this is why. I mean, maybe you guys are wondering, you know, why is this happening? And I feel like, yeah, it's like an escape from what's happening. And I feel like the Divine Feminine really needed this escape from what I feel like she's shut down emotionally completely. Okay. And so, and I feel like the Divine Masculine is sitting in some sort of angry energy, or at least woe is me, like this is happening to me, but there's more control here that the Divine Masculine can take, accountability he can take. And then I see the, I forget what that's called, of the boat, the tip of the boat here, the Titanic, what's it called? The tip of the boat where the Titanic duo kind of sits. The bow? No, I don't know, whatever the thing is called, which to me is direction. And it's also giving me Three of Wands, okay? When we wait for ships to come in order to expand, in order to grow, in order to give us direction, we have to lay the groundwork, because the Three of Wands is all about all the work that we do, all the preparing, all the information that we gather and sit with and come to truths in order to have direction, in order to move forward. So I feel like this is what's happening. Because the Divine Masculine is needing to sit with some sort of truth there again, you know, that he's not wanting to see in order to heal with the Three of Swords. And the Divine Feminine is sitting like a page of swords, sitting with truth, asking questions, trying to get certain in order to close something out, in order for there to be expansion in this connection, to find some sort of happy peace here, because an island is beautiful peace here, you know, which I think you guys could still move towards. You know, I don't feel like this is over, to be honest. And if this is a twin flame connection, I mean, these twin flame connections are never really over, right? So I feel like it's just a healing phase, and this is the phase that I happen to be reading into. So I'd like to know if this is kind of resonating for you guys. I'm done. And I hope this resonated. I love you guys very, very much. And I'd like to thank you for joining me. And I will be doing new moon readings for the zodiac signs with the new moon tomorrow, which should be quite interesting. So I will see you soon. Don't forget to check out Pile 1 if you haven't, to see what's going on there. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye.